Look at these chickens.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the farm. We're just going to do a quick update on our meat kings and how they're doing, and today they're going to be going outside. Alright, so you'll notice down here we have some screens over the various brooders. You notice that we have 2 brooders. The screens are because the chickens have a tendency to jump out now that they're big enough. And the screens tend to keep them down. You can see they made quite a big mess of this place. And you can see how much bigger they are. They've lost most of their fluff except on their head. They actually have feathers now. And they're a fair bit bigger. If you remember in a previous video, when we introduced you to these guys, there was egg layers next to the meat king, so I just wanted to show you the size comparison now. So these are our 2 egg layers, the little black guy and the brown and gold guy. And they are the exact same age as these meat kings, but you can see the total size difference. They have grown obviously as well, but before they were kind of the same, and now they're not even close. So the meat kings are going to be going outside today, and the little guys, little egg layers, they'll be staying inside for another couple weeks. So I'll transport these guys outside, and we'll show you what the outside setup looks like.
Yep.
Slowly. Do we leave it open?
Yep.
It's okay, guys. Why are they all huddled together?
For warmth.
All right, and they're all in. So this is the, they call it a chicken tractor, but that normally confuses most people. I like to call it a mobile chicken pen, essentially, what it is. And I'm going to show you what it's about. So back here is the enclosed section. This is the first one of these I've built. I'm building a second one, and I'll just mention some improvements I'm going to make to the second one. We went through a lot of iterations of roof. I would suggest corrugated plastic or metal if you got it. We ended up having to scrap most of ours. It's been shingles, it's been a bunch of stuff, but now it's just a tarp, which actually works pretty good. We use this OSB particle board on the side. It's not going to last too much longer, so I would shy away from using that. So there's an enclosed covered section and an open section that's just wire on the top and the sides. Basically, so the chickens have a place to stay nice and warm and out of the wind and rain, and also a place they can get out in the sun if they want to. If you look inside, the entire bottom has nothing on it, so they can get through the grass and scratch and everything. Because the whole plan for this thing is every day I will move it one length of itself ahead. That'll keep the cage they're in clean, free of poop and everything, because you're leaving it a day's behind, and it'll give them new grass, a new area to scratch for bugs and things like that. Now when they get older, we'll actually let them out and run around, but depending on your predator situation, sometimes that's not the best idea to do. So built for predators. Again, I made this thing solid as a rock, but the downside with that is it's pretty heavy and I'm the only one who can really move it. So the new one I'm going to try to make a little bit lighter with keeping the same kind of protection for the animals. So I had to move it. I got a rope here. I pretty much lift up on this end. And down here I have some 10 to 12 inch carriage bolts coming out where I can lift up the tractor and put a wheel on. This is just an old wagon wheel, which will lift the back end up so I can pull it forward. A couple other features this has. There's a cross member in the middle for strength. I'm gonna try to shy away from doing that to the next one because the chickens have a hard time figuring out what's moving, and that can kind of bump into them, or they can get their leg caught underneath it when I move it. Over here, which turned out to be a very good idea, there's some 3-inch PVC pipe with a sewer clean out, a brand new sewer clean out. It's not a used sewer clean out, that'd be gross, but a brand new one that you can twist. Basically it's screw on, screw off, and I use it to dump their food into. And it just goes, it basically fills up the tube, and it's like a giant hopper of food for them. So that's good because when they are older, they will go through quite a bit of food. Now in the back here, it's a pretty simple door system. I have this sections on hinges. I have a handle and a lock, so to speak, which is just a piece of wood you can twist. Also, I have these staples I put in here, used for wire, I think, and I will have 2 bungee cords that go and attach to the side at night. That prevents predators and things from figuring out they can open this up. Also, it doubles when I flip it up. Get this out of the way. There's another one of these staple things up here which will hold the door open because it is quite heavy and cumbersome. You'll see right here there is a screen with a window I can take out and put back in. That's important to have because when it gets really hot, these guys have a real hard time, since they're so big, regulating their body temperature. So heat will kill them. So it's good to keep them well ventilated, but it's also good to be able to close it up because, you know, it rains and you don't want wind blowing in the back and give them a chill. So if you come down here, you can see the other half of the PVC comes down and kind of goes into 2 little troughs. I found this works pretty good. There's not too much wastage on the ground. They do kind of make a mess, so you can see those 3 kind of doing. I tried to do the same with water on this side, but I gave up because they broke it all to pieces. So now I just have a 5-gallon waterer. It's important you keep this off the ground or else they will make a mess of it, especially when they get older, just filled with their own poop and mud and everything. So keep it a bit off the ground. And, of course, you got to move this water and this little stand. You got to take it out when you move the tractor and then put it back in. That's kind of labor intensive. I'm devising some way to mount it so I don't have to do that, but anyway, it's not too bad. These guys just got in here, so they're a little bit scared, but they'll be fine in the next couple days. I won't move this today, or I won't move this tomorrow. I'll leave it here for a complete 24 hours, probably more like almost 2 days, just to make sure these guys get acclimatized, but they don't make a big mess now anyway because they're so small. Now the final thing I want to mention about this kind of design is it's pretty important that it's semi-level all around, because your biggest predator problems are going to be digging up underneath this. So if you have kind of like a little bit of a divot or a little bit of a hole, it gives them a point to start digging in and up under, because there is nothing below ground level keeping them safe. We put a bunch of money into these guys, so we want to keep them safe, that's for sure.